Alright, I just got back from Meet the Teacher Night, and just some thoughts. I get to talk to, look at that. I get to talk to all the parents in general in like a large group session, and then I get to talk like kind of like an open house style. And one of the things that I always tell them is that I use interactive notebooks, even though that I'm a one-to-one Chromebook school. So I use interactive notebooks, and if you don't know what that is, just Google interactive notebooks. I love them. I've taught with them for 4 years. And a really quick rundown is you have a notebook. The right side is a teacher guided side that gives you a lot of content. The left side of the notebook, like if you open it up, the left side is the creative side, and students respond to the content creatively in lots of different ways, lots of different choices. And so I kind of explain that to them really quickly, just like I did there. And I tell them that I still value creating things with your hands and creating things with markers and pencils and paper, and combining things and doodling and drawing. And it's really weird to see parents nod their heads and say, you know, like they kind of do the whole, yeah, because they relate to it, first off, because that's what they had to do. But secondly, I think that parents are starting to realize that they don't want their kids with their faces on a screen, looking at a screen the entire time. And so even though we have Chromebooks, I still push creating with your hands. I do a lot of choice work as we go throughout the year, but usually the first unit I do is basically all with notebooks and pencils and paper. And that's because I find lots of value in it, and I think students do too. I always do this when I introduce interactive notebooks. I give this question. I say, how many of you like to draw? And there's almost always over 75% raise their hand. And so I think students still want to do that. I don't think that you can recreate drawing as perfectly as you can with a real pencil in your hand, and I think there's still value in it. And so I had a conversation with someone the other day about how we're still, our school is very techy, and we're all one-to-one, but at the same time there are some teachers who still want to do some creative things, and I think some of us struggle with how to balance the notebooks with the Chromebooks. And I just want to share that it's still okay to do that. It's still okay to cut stuff out with scissors, and to use glue sticks, and to make collages, and to cut up a newspaper, and it's just still okay. And don't be discouraged if you're forced to go digital, because it's not totally great for students, because they still want to draw, they still want to have that hands-on creative stuff, and I think we lose that when we do everything through the Chromebook or through whatever device you're using. So don't be discouraged, still do it, it's still good, kids love it. And it's more for me just to say, I'm always reaffirmed or affirmed, or I don't even know what word. People still think it's good because you can see it in their faces, and when you tell them they're going to be creative, parents' heads just explode, because they don't want to just regurgitate facts. They don't want that, because they know that it's boring. They know that it's not going to serve them well, whether now in 20 years, that they need to be creative with the content, and they need to learn content, and then they need to be able to express it somehow through using creation. And I can't find a better way